This is what I find frustrating, unfortunately, because basically I have over 85 properties. Wanted to do a quick video and share with you my thoughts and opinions on what I'm thinking about right now, because I've just got a email from a client basically saying that, look, they really want a property that looks like this other one that they have seen that sold maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Basically saying, you know, they want something a bit more modern, something that looks nicer. This is what I find frustrating, unfortunately, because basically I have over 85 properties. And what I basically said to the client, I said, look, without being too forward, my point of view on things, if you read the book 30 Properties Before 30, I document the first almost 30 properties that I bought. And the first one was not a good looking modern house, you know? And the second one wasn't a fancy modern house either. It was a house, but it was an older house. And the third one was a unit, and the fourth one was a unit, and the fifth one was a townhouse. Then the next one was a house, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, these clients were basically like, they've been sitting on the fence, and they haven't bought anything for 12 months. And I've showed them properties, and I did show them more modern properties back then, but they didn't want to buy any. They didn't want to buy that one, unfortunately, at the time. And I've probably shown them, I don't know, 15 to 27 properties at least, probably closer to 50 properties, but let's say 27, hypothetically. And I've shown them another 3 properties today, all of which were not on Real Estate Domain, all of which are phenomenal buys that the people are gonna buy, but they said, oh, we still can't come to a decision. I've got a marketing email not long ago that, you know, you bought this property 6 months ago, this is what it looks like. Can we get one that looks like this? And I'm like, it's not about what it looks like. Like, I have personally never invested about what it looks like. It's about what you need, you know? Like, and I believe that people come to me and, you know, you come to my business and, you know, want to get help from myself because they have seen me on television and the news, and they see that I've, you know, come from, you know, nothing and grew up really poor, grew up in Mount Druitt, and, you know, now I have over 80 properties and I've had a lot of success in buying property. And they say, look, I want to do what you've done, or do some, you know, emulate your success, or do something like that, maybe not to your level of having 80 properties, but I want to buy 5 or 10 or 20 or 6. To me, the logic is, you know, you would try to take on the same type of mentality and ideas and recommendations, and when I, you know, speak to some clients, unfortunately, or people in the past, or even friends or family, it doesn't have to be a client, it could be, you know, friends or family, they're like, well, I wouldn't buy that type of property. And I'm like, well, but you said you want the results that I have. Wouldn't you want to do what I have done and buy the property and invest the way that I invest? Because that's the formula to success, of sticking to the formula that I've created, that I've used time and time again. Even in the past, to people or friends or family or even clients, I've been like, all right, let's do a exercise. Here's 10 addresses. What do you think about these properties? Would you buy them for the right price? And 90% of the time they're like, oh, I wouldn't buy this one because of this. I wouldn't buy this one because they're not close enough to a train station. I wouldn't buy this one because it is 2-bedroom. I wouldn't buy this one because it's 1-bedroom. Wouldn't buy that. And then after this, you know, I don't waste too much time obviously doing that, because I'm not here to change your mind. You're gonna decide, you know, that person's gonna decide to do whatever they wanna do at the end of the day. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. After that conversation, I say, well, that's interesting, because those properties I own. Those properties I bought. Those properties, I bought them, got equity out of them. They've gone up in value. They've doubled in value. They're phenomenal rental returns. Those 10 properties I own. And you've told me that you wouldn't buy any of those because of the way that they look, because of the size they are, because where they're located, because how many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, and so on and so forth. If I wanted to become the fittest person in the world, I would get advice from someone that actually has done it themselves, not from, you know, someone that isn't in shape, right? You get someone that has actually done it. If I need my car fixed, I go to a mechanic and I say, fix it, please. What do you recommend to get fixed? Because I don't know anything about cars. I'm a property man. I'm a property person. The moral of this story is, I just wanted to maybe let off some steam and share some of the daily frustrations even when I'm talking to, you know, it doesn't have to be clients, but when it's friends or family. But it's like, why did a person, you know, come and want to get a expert's opinion if they're not going to take that expert's opinion? And what I've found from previous experience, there's 2 types of people who want to get help with property investing, or anything really. There's the type of people who, one, they value, you know, what your experience is, even if it's, you know, totally against the grain, and the word may be counterintuitive to what the normal property investor would do. But the normal property investor only has 1 or 2 properties. you know, I've got 80, so 80 plus, 85, 86. So clearly I'm doing something a little bit different. An idea might be, oh, I don't want to buy anything with strata. I'm like, well, I own 50 strata properties out of the 85, probably 50 of them have strata. And they've doubled and they've gone up in value and so on and so forth. And the cash flow is high, so they've been positive cash flow or neutral cash flow, and they've gone up in value and so on and so forth. I would recommend to everyone out there, if you want to do something and you're getting help from someone, you know, just listen for a bit. Take some time to be like, all right, where does this come from? Do they have the experience? If you're getting like, if there's a property, there's a lot of property investment gurus out there, professionals out there that have no property. I see them all pop up on YouTube all the time. There's a bloke who's teaching people how to be buyer's agents and say, you don't need to have any experience. You know, you don't need to, this is a investment buyer's agency course, and you don't need to have any experience. You can become a buyer's agent, you can help people buy 10 properties with no experience. I'm like, well, you need to have experience to help a person get to 10 properties. You need to, first you need to walk the path yourself. It's like, why take your car to, a plumber when it needs to go to a mechanic? They need to have the relevant experience. They need to know how to do the job. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're asking the right questions and you are getting advice from someone who's actually walked the path before. That is my quick video. That is my rant. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.